Global warming, the looming on the horizon, or already a fact of life. As Channel 4 News reported last night, the Inuit people in northern Canada claim America's massive consumption of fossil fuels is already devastating their temperatures, destroying their Arctic habitat. But now two key environmentalists are disputing the evidence about global warming. One claims the glaciers are actually growing, that the ice cap is thickening. The other says he's just trying to deny climate change exists. More evidence today, claim those worried about climate change, as an alpine glacier gets the kid glove treatment. Alarmed by the retreat of its ice cap, a Swiss ski resort is taking the extraordinary measure of swathing its glacier in a fleece-like material to reflect the sun's rays and slow down its melting. But now two high-profile environmentalists are locking horns over whether or not glaciers are rapidly diminishing anyway. Writing in The New Scientist a month ago, the world-famous ecologist David Bellamy said,
"It should be pointed out that glaciers in many other parts of the world are not shrinking, but in fact are growing. Indeed, if you take all the evidence that's rarely mentioned by the Kyotoists into consideration, 555 of all the 625 glaciers under observation have been growing since 1980.
Today, the environmental campaigner and journalist George Monbiot responded.
I telephoned the World Glacier Monitoring Service and read out Bellamy's letter. I don't think the response would have been published in Nature, but it had the scientific virtue of clarity. This is complete bullshit. The latest studies show unequivocally that most of the world's glaciers are retreating.
Mr. Monbiot is concerned David Bellamy's high profile means organisations unwilling to accept greenhouse gases as a cause of global warming will use his position to defend their practices. And as we reported last night, the Inuit people of northern Canada firmly believe the increase in temperatures and subsequent destruction of their environment can be blamed on Western neighbours. So who's got it right? Well, tonight, for the first time, we can bring David Bellamy and George Monbiot together to get to the bottom of all this. They've never actually met before, but they have indeed been in dialogue on the internet. David Bellamy, the World Glacier Monitoring Service, you heard it, bullshit.
Bullshit. Well, I have just read George's wonderful article in the paper, and I would like to go and check it, because if you actually read what the monitoring say said, some glaciers have been growing, and they castigated me for not knowing why and wherefore.
But let's get to the central thing. Do you believe the ice cap is thickening and that the glaciers are, in fact, if anything, getting stronger and more iced?
I think there is good evidence from around the world that this is actually happening.
George Monbiot.
It's just staggering. The latest figures by the World Glacier Monitoring Service show that of the 88 glaciers they're monitoring, 82 are in retreat, 94% in other words. The other ones are in stasis. There are one or two glaciers around the world among thousands which are growing, and it's because of local effects of global warming caused by higher rainfall in those places. But worldwide, it's a picture of massive retreat, and all the scientific evidence shows this. When I tried to find out where David obtained this evidence,